Hello, you absolute legends. Welcome back to the channel. John here on a blustery day in Lincolnshire, but thankfully the rain has stopped. And I'm actually with the inspector as well. She's got some treats down there. I'm with the Smart ForTwo 450, the purple Smart. And as you can probably see, and as many of you have told me in lots of videos where we've done bits and pieces, the front end sits quite low. You can barely sort of get your hand in between the front tyre and these arch extensions. It could be the arch extensions that are making it look a little bit low. And actually about 6 months ago, Dad and I put some new springs on the car. For about 3 weeks, it was sitting a little bit higher, but not noticeably higher than you would expect. The ride is quite firm, it is quite jolty, and it might just be the car. I've had the car nearly 7 years now, and on our list of things to do has always been the suspension system. New front springs on the front were a necessity because one broke. However, I've never replaced any shock absorbers. They're quite expensive, shock absorbers, if you go on the internet. They're about £50 each, and I say that's quite expensive. People driving a modern car will laugh at that. However, in smart car terms, quite expensive. I had a saved search on eBay and I had a quick look, and somebody had a couple of brand new old stock. They're the QH Quinton Hazel shock absorbers for the 450 for sale as a pair for £64.99. Not that I begrudge spending money on the car, but we had the Orange Smart project going on at the same time as well. Anyway, I've bought the shock absorbers. We're going to fit them to the car. They are hopefully going to make the ride on the front a lot better. I've spoken to Dad. Dad's been on the internet and we've looked at a few places because, as you know, doing anything really to the front of a smart car normally means taking the front bumper off. It can apparently be done without taking the front bumper off. We're going to try it. We're going to see how we get on fitting the new shock absorbers to the front without taking the front off, but it might be that the front has to come off. Anyway, in this video, I'm at Dad's, obviously. We're at the workshop. 2 new shock absorbers. Is it going to make a difference? We'll soon find out. Right, let's get the car in the garage. Don't run over Crystal's treats. She'll be devastated. We're in. Good morning.
Hello mate, how you diddling?
How are you?
I'm all right, son.
We're in your workshop with the Smart 450. What are you up to at the moment?
Just seeing if we can get those tinkers off without taking the blinking bumper off.
Yeah, so I've said that in the introduction. I know you've had a look on the internet.
I've seen somebody do it without, but
it might be a front off job, eh? So the shockies are attached, what, to the top of the Tridion?
It's 2 nuts.
2 nuts
there.
there.
That nut's there got to come off, but then there's another nut still holding it together.
Right, okay.
The whole lot's turning at the moment.
Oh dear. Let's check out the new shock absorbers.
Yeah. When you had them last.
Don't know where I've put them.
Yeah.
Lost.
That's not a me problem.
Important things on the workbench. Your tea's here, by the way.
Yes, mate, I brought it.
Tea, coffee, drill. It's charging up. I'm just going to move that to one side and put the teas out of the way. Last thing I want is coffee all in my shock absorbers. Move that out of the way. Let's have a look at these then. Let's have a look at what's in the box. Now, if you need some, by the way, QAG 181000.
Excellent.
Aha! There we are. There it is. Shock absorber.
E with an H.
There's a second one.
I'll be honest, I should think we'll finish up with the front off.
Yes.
Unless, because we ain't got the special thing to grip them.
We'll grip the end of the nut.
You know, mate?
Does that grip the end of the nut that's on the top?
No, you can do that if you can get at it with a spanner.
How high do you want it going?
We can't get at it, can we? We cannot get at it.
Da da da! That means the drill's done. Very important, axle stands. Make sure you put them in. That's it.
There's a proper tool for this job and I ain't got one to hold that tinker. We're going to throw these shock absorbers away, aren't we?
Yeah, they're absolutely knacked, aren't they?
Well, I think so. What I'm saying is I'm about to ruin them.
That's fine.
But I might not be able to tighten the new ones up.
Oh
So
dear.
I still might have to take the front off. You know what I mean?
Trial and error.
Does that make any sense to you?
For the sake of taking the front off then,
Let's take the front off.
shall we just take the front off?
Yeah, but you know as well as I do it's a bloody pants job, isn't it?
Well, the worst bit is taking that grill off.
It is.
Right, off comes the front. So just show us what the issue is there.
The whole lot's turning.
Right.
There is a proper smart clamp thing that clamps around there without damaging it.
Yep.
So you can hold it.
But it's just turning when you're trying to undo the nut.
Yeah, there is a proper clamp thing for the job.
So take the front off.
Then you can put a spanner on it and a thing.
Yep. Okay. We didn't want to do it.
I'm not going to take the front off yet.
Oh, we're not going to do it yet.
I'm going to try something first.
So you've sprung into action and you're what? Well, you're making something. You're making a tool.
It might be a total waste of time.
I don't mind taking the front off,
No, because you always leave me the worst bit of the job.
which is taking that grill off, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're heating up some pipe on some mould grips. Tool making.
Like I say, I wouldn't dare do this to the new one. You've got to hold that tool, John boy.
Yep.
Ready? And just...
Yeah, I've got hold of it.
Is it turning?
It's not going anywhere. It's not turning either.
Sure?
Yeah, I can see it's not turning.
That shaft's not turning.
Nope. It is now.
Yeah, it's all turning.
It's just still turning, isn't it?
Front off.
It is the front off, isn't it?
Yeah. Really do need one of them smart car tools. I shan't worry. I think they're about £90, so...
Oof, what's it for?
I explained it to you.
No,
It clamps around that thing,
I-
and you put a spanner on it and it stops it all turning.
I wonder if any local smart car garages could lend us one. If you own a smart car garage, donate to tools here. How much is it? £90? So we are seasoned professionals at taking the front off now. It's Torx.
Still don't enjoy the damn job.
No, it's a horrible job. It's Torx all down in here. You've got to take the A-pillar trims off. You've got to take that front grille off. I think we've got it down to a point where we can probably do it in 5 minutes. But it's a risk because this plastic bumper is old, brittle. And the worst part about it is removing that grill that Dad's doing. That's all the torque screws out of there. Oh, you've got a new toy. What have you got there? Hey, I like that. That's like a head cam torch. You can just get a chest-mounted GoPro and away you go. We should have timed this. I think we can do this in 5 minutes.
But you can't.
Le grill. This is what's the worst part about doing this job is the grill needs to come out and it's on these sort of clips, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 clips. And they sort of clip into the bumper, but on and off and on and off. They're a bit of a nuisance. You can see that the backside is silver because this was a silver grill. We've painted it black. Actually, it's very stone chipped now, so I think I'm probably going to paint it again while it's off. Flags.
They're not flags, they're A-pillar trims. Where the hell do you think come and arrive at flags? Funny fella. Come out of the way, booty.
So in theory, the front is off. That took us 7 minutes.
The front's not off.
It will be in a minute. You're doing this side?
Yeah, okay.
I'll do this side. I've put some carpet down so we can put the bumper on there.
Ready?
Yep.
Let's go. Aha.
So you've got to take off your side lights and your fog lights, which are off.
Let's go.
Hang on, catch this end.
Let's go around the back, do it straight away. Can you get?
Yep. Front's off.
Just be careful.
Don't trip over this jack. Poor little smart car. Comment down below, how's your Monday going? All the lights out, yeah?
No, you need to take that 3 of that black trim off.
Yep.
And then undo the light fittings.
Okay.
Remember where they come from, they're different.
They are. So the one that has this one in the middle, you're cracking the wheels off. I wonder what the book time for doing this is in a garage. Especially, I suppose, with the proper tool, it's going to be...
Regardez mon visage.
Sam, let us know in the comments, what's the book time for changing a couple of front shock absorbers? And the problem with these smart car lights is they've got these funny plastic clips. And I forget sometimes that this car is 20 years old. And the clips are just, well, broken.
Oh yeah, baby.
That light is... I'm going to take it out.
We'll put it under his feet then.
Because it needs cleaning anyway. It's all hazy. Give it a clean while I'm here.
While you wait, shock absorber fitting.
Now we can see the rabbit. What are you doing that side?
Taking stuff off, mate.
Hub nut?
It's not got a hub nut.
Hub bolt?
Ah.
There we go. Learning.
Hub bolt.
Hub bolt. That pushes down there. That pops off the front there. This is on a clip here. And this clip is off there. Second light off. So we've taken all that off just to get to the top there. There's the top of the shock absorber mount on that side and on that side as well. We were trying for the world record of shock absorber fitting, but we had to take the front off.
Take the flipping front off, Gromit. Been looking forward to doing this.
You have? Why have you been looking forward to doing this job?
I want to get it out of the way, get the bits out of my shed. That's what we needed to do, Gromit.
So you needed to put a Torx bit in the top of the nut, an Allen key in the top of the nut.
No, in the top of the shock absorber shaft.
Yeah, and a spanner on the nut to stop the whole thing from turning.
Yeah. There is a proper tool that safely clamps to there. So you can do it from under the wheel arch.
To where?
Round there.
Oh,
it's an aluminium tool that clamps round it and you put a big spanner on it.
And it stops that shaft from turning. We obviously don't have that tool, but it's a proper smart car tool.
It is.
Unique to the 450?
I don't know, son. I don't know.
But it is a proper smart tool.
It was smart, all right.
I suppose if you were changing these daily, if you had a smart car workshop, or you was a smart car specialist, you'd own one of those.
Certainly would. It'd save you a lot of time, wouldn't it? There's a chap on the internet called Man Fixes, and he's the chap who does it in Canada with snow hanging from his wheel arches. And he made one.
Oh, he made a tool?
Yeah. Because he's a man that fixes.
Shout out to Man Fixes then in Canada. Excellent news. Now we're cooking with gas. Have you had these shock absorbers off before in the life of the car?
Yes, son.
To do the springs, I'm assuming?
Yes, son.
Considering I've had the car 7 years, we've known about suspension issues, shall we say. The fact that we haven't changed the shock absorbers until now is quite a surprising thing. Why haven't we done it?
You tell me, Gromit.
We just never did it, did we? We just never got round to it. I suppose next port of call is going to be doing the rear as well, but not today. Oh, for anyone that's following the Smart 450 progress and life on the channel, we fitted 2 new rear control arms about a month ago now because there was a horrible knocking at the rear. I am sad to say that that knocking has come back, meaning that it wasn't the control arms that was causing the issue. I think it was causing the issue of it going to one side when I was braking, but not the issue of the knocking, so we've got some more work to do on the knocking. I know we're thinking about this at the moment. Any suggestion of what that might be?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Overloaded. I'm on full power, dude.
Yeah, I can see you've had your dinner. It's ready to rumble.
I've been poised for doing this since blooming 8 o'clock this morning.
Well, I got home at 4 o'clock this morning, so I had to have a little bit of a sleep. You're going so fast, I can't even get my camera out. Hang on a minute, the shock absorber's out.
We'll get one of them Z-shaped hook things out of my toolbox, would you please?
Will do. Z-hook.
Cheers, mate.
Get your tea.
I'm doing it.
Speed tea drinking.
It's because Mike's watching me, look.
Oh, Mike is watching us. I hadn't seen that Mike was on the wall. Hang on a minute.
Mike's watching us, mate.
If you've watched the latest episode of Pistons, the podcast, you will see that I gifted Dad a signed photograph of famous Wakefield cabaret piano artiste, Mike Terry, who is a legend in our time in the workshop. He is the absolute legend. I'm glad that's on the wall.
Framed and ready to go.
Oh, poised and ready to rumble.
He's keeping an eye on us. It's my hero. Torre Molinos. Torre Molinos. Torre Molinos.
A little town in Spain.
She's off.
Good stuff. There she goes. Yep, go on. There she goes. You ready for tea break?
Bonus in today.
Bonus Molinos?
Yeah, I'm nearly on bonus, so pushing hard now. Pushing hard. Clamps come off.
Hub bolts out.
Ain't got time to fanny about today. Double my money this week on bonus. So 2 times nothing is nothing.
Oh, there it goes.
Z-clip.
Z-clip. Z-clip. Here it is.
Ready? I'll just stop that from all collapsing.
Excellent.
There you go.
Shall we look at them shock absorbers?
It's all yours now, Gromit.
Now you can finish your tea.
Tea's still warm.
So you've taken the front off, the shock absorbers off, and your tea's
as warm as your mum has it.
is relatively warm. Yeah. Okay, shall we take a look at the old shock absorbers? I can see that that one's quite wet. Is that
I've been squirting
where you've been squirting it with stuff?
It is, mate, yeah.
How do you test shock absorbers? Or is it just a case of stick new ones on and it should hopefully feel better?
Well, we'll have a look at this one, look.
Yeah, really firm, really hard. Yeah, difficult to plunge. Hang on a minute.
And then we'll see what this one's like when we get
No, the inspector is here to check.
Bless her.
Are you here to check the shock absorbers?
She jolly well is.
They are broken. Broken, Daddy.
I should be intrigued to see if it makes a difference, son.
To the way it sits?
Yeah.
Or the way it rides?
The way it sits, eh?
Oh, you scared the inspector. Good girl, Crystal.
Sorry, girl.
Has it passed the shock absorption test?
Bless her.
No, it is broken. So let's take the old shock absorber apart. The spring's got to come off. Are you going to use the spring contraption, or are you going to use proper stuff today? Proper spring compression. In comparison to the Peugeot 406, those springs are tiny, aren't they?
They're quite small, aren't they?
If you'd been going to the gym and doing...
I'll be honest with you, I still don't think these are very strong springs. Are they?
No. The springs don't look corroded, do they?
Well, they're new, but look, that one's bottoming out there, look.
Yeah. I think we've got some naff springs on.
I don't know. I bet them springs on mine are a lot stronger. My car sits ever so high now.
Have you done both of them now?
Yeah.
I thought you might have done. Didn't wait for the production crew for part 2. So if you were looking forward to seeing Peugeot 406 estate springs near side, you've looked out. Oh, that just slipped. Oh no. Watch your fingers, Gromit.
It's your head you want to worry about.
Good. What's that spring looking like?
They're fast little things, aren't they?
I'm wondering if there's different spring load ratings.
I don't know.
For 600s, 700s?
Yeah, but don't you think these people who sell you on eBay just sell you any old crap?
Probably. Will we be replacing them springs again?
You tell me. I would suggest that them springs aren't much cop, really, but they are. See, yeah. I'll let you form an opinion. You try them. See what you think. Oh yeah, there's a difference. A bit.
It's making a noise as well. Don't worry about the noise. Okay.
Not a lot of difference.
There's not a lot of difference there, if I'm honest.
It is the wasting of frigging time and money. Let's see if this one springs back up better.
Yeah, I understand your theory.
Oh, this one's a lot weaker.
This is a lot weaker, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
God, eye.
Shall we? I tell you what we'll do. We'll time it. Just put that one all the way in. Compress it all the way.
Race.
Yeah. Ready? We'll have a race. So all the way to the end, both of them. Oh, look at that. There you go. Right, we're going to do the race again, so you can see. Ready? Go. Yeah. I don't think we're wasting our time.
We'll soon find out, son, shall
But will it sit any higher? Nah. It won't.
Right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll take the other bugger to bits.
Just show us that spring, because we've taken that front spring off there, and it's crap. It's like a banana.
Yeah.
We've only...
It's getting better as it's...
Oh, is it?
It's a bit like plasticine, isn't it?
Do you think it's no good? Because we only fitted them, what, 6 months ago?
I don't know, mate. I don't think much to them anyway. I
think we might probably fit 2 new front springs whilst we're here. I've just had a ring round a couple of local auto factors. They're sort of going to be £50 a pair next day sort of delivery. But I'm just concerned they're going to do the same sort of thing. Let's take the other shock absorber apart, have a look at that spring and have a look at that shock absorber. If it was your car, what would you be doing while we're here?
Trying some more springs, I think.
Yeah? There you are.
I think so.
Might be new springs as well. Right, second one, spring is off and apart. What have you found?
I don't think it's the end of the world, but that officially should be wedged in there.
What's that, the?
Top mounting.
Yep.
And that one.
Oh, it's broken.
Yeah.
That could cause a knock, do you think?
More than likely, yeah.
So, a new top mounting needed?
Yeah, can you get one?
I'll try. Let's have a look at that one. Oh my goodness, that went in easier.
It did, didn't it?
Let's do the test again. This one is the near side. Oh, yeah, look at that.
No, it's coming up the same. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we're not wasting our time, I don't think.
Oh, that's a lot more. Oh.
You can hear that one squelching a bit.
Yeah.
It's a bit wet, isn't it? I don't think we're wasting our time.
We're not wasting our time, no.
Let's have a look at new top mounting.
Yeah.
We've had a chat over tea break because we've discovered that the top mount bearings are, well...
No, the top mount, not the bearing.
Not the bearing. The bearing's okay. But the top mounts are no good. They are knacked. So we've also decided to fit a new pair of springs. These springs, again, are, what, 6 months old? Less than that? But I'm a big believer in life sometimes, well, you get what you pay for, and they were the cheapest spring pair on eBay about 6 months ago, and we don't reckon they're any good. So we've rang our local Motor Factor, AP Titan, and they have done us a deal on some top mounts, which are going to be £7 each, and some springs, which are going to be £17 each. They're going to be Febby Bilsteins and they're going to be Apex. So hopefully they're going to be a much better pair of springs. They're going to come tomorrow. So the project is now on hold for 24 hours. They're going to be here tomorrow afternoon. And then hopefully we'll fit it back together. What do you reckon? Good.
Well, I'm thinking to myself, can you remember the last time I did these? I had all that to pieces.
Yeah.
After seeing man builds on YouTube, I haven't took so much off.
There's things that we can do to this, by the way, whilst we're waiting. I'm going to paint them calipers back up, and we're going to paint the front grille just so it looks better, and clean the headlights. But we're not. I don't think we're wasting our time. What do you reckon?
Not wasting the time, me old mate. If you fix that top mount, it'll be something.
Yeah. Should be a little bit better as well. I don't mind spending money on the car, you know, throwing 50 quid at it here and there for that is not a problem.
Talking about smart cars, how's the orange peril been?
Ah, well, it's funny you should say that.
Is it slower than this?
It's not as go-karty, no. So
it's not as exciting.
No, it feels more like a car, the orange peril. Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is. Uneventful. I don't, which is a good thing, I suppose. I don't find myself thinking, aha, this is fast, or aha, this is a little go-kart. It is just a 1 litre car. It's not as knocky, it's not as bangy, it's not as rattly. You can't hear the engine noise as much. The only thing wrong with it is the radio, in that it has terrible signal. It needs a new antenna and it needs a new base. We've got the new base. We just need to fettle it and put a new antenna.
That's just what it is.
Yeah. So that's the only thing that's wrong with it.
Yeah, it's been bodged up, hasn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, it's going fine. Shall we paint this grille?
I've got a better idea. Why don't we, when you get your new springs, we somehow manage to fit 2 springs each side.
Weld 2 lots of springs together. Hey, why don't we just cable tie
2 springs?
Yeah. Let's do that. What are you doing?
I'm washing my nuts.
These are the suspension top holder things. You've got them in rust killer by the looks of things.
Yeah, so the spring fits on, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you've got your nuts in there. You're just cleaning everything up, ready for refitting tomorrow. Meanwhile, I have been scotch-brighting the front grille and cleaning this light, ready for refitting. I'm actually going to bring some different stuff tomorrow to do that. Crystal's been getting her treat. I'm going to wash this off, get all the dust off it, and then prime it.
Can we call it a day then?
Yes, that's the end of day 1. Talk us through what you've done, and I'll talk you through what I've done.
Took some bits off, mate.
You've just given me a comprehensive list of everything you're going to talk about, and then you've done me over there. Right, so you've got the suspension here ready to go.
Yeah, that's the new shockies ready to go.
Yeah.
We've got some new mountings coming for there.
Yeah.
We're going to fit some more new springs, hopefully more heavy duty than they are.
Yep.
I've cleaned all them up because they was corroded to anything, and I've put some wax on them.
What's that?
That's
Just the mountings.
Yeah, I think that's
So you've got everything laid out basically, ready to go.
ready to rumble.
Meanwhile, I have spray painted the front grille. It's drying off, that's looking good. And I have cleaned the entire Tridion cell. I've given the Tridion cell a clean and a polish. I want to just show you this corner where everything is looking nice and shiny. Look at that. You don't see that normally on a 24-year-old black car. The lights have been cleaned, crystals down there. I've still got lots to do, including cleaning off all the paintwork, but yeah, it's looking good. I'm happy with that. Going to give that a few more coats. What's that cost us today? Springs, 30 quid. Top mounts, 10 quid. 40 quid.
Well, you nearly had to put a blooming mask on and call yourself Dick Turpin when you knocked the bloke down on the price of them bits.
Our local motor factors did us a deal, didn't they?
Next thing you know, excuse me, Boston Place, yes, we've just been robbed.
We initially were quoted near £30 for a spring, and I've managed to get 2 for £30. So I think that's good going. They look after us, don't they? AP Titan in Boston. They get a shout out as well. Next part then we'll be fitting it. When it comes, you'll again see that.
Dick Turpin, at least he wore a mask.
I've spent a lot of money on smart cars this week. I've nearly spent my entire month's wages on smart cars this week. So, yeah, save a penny when I can. Anyway, join us tomorrow. It's day 2 of working on the suspension. Yesterday, we started what we thought was going to be an easy job of replacing a couple of shock absorbers. We had the front off and then discovered that we're going to put some new springs on it, and the top mounts were no good. It's taken us 24 hours. We've had to wait for some parts to be delivered. Big shout out to AP Titan Motor Factors in Boston in Lincolnshire, who have not only done me a fantastic price on springs and top mounts, but also got me the parts for the next day. In this video then, hopefully we're going to finish the job. We're going to put the new shock absorbers on the car and fit the new top mounts and the springs. Hopefully by the end of this, the Smart will ride better and sit better. Morning.
Hello, matey.
How are you?
I'm blooming good, thank you.
We're going to put the springs and strut top mounts and shock absorbers back on the Smart ForTwo. But before we do that, I have been to the middle of Lidl and I have bought you a present.
Excellent.
Again, come with me. We're going to the van.
I hope it's not an edge cutter.
No, it's not a plasma cutter either. I did look at those.
No,
They were
one of them.
They were 100 odd quid.
Don't need a plasma cutter.
I've actually got a few presents for you in my car. Some lin bins that a friend of mine has given me to give to you.
Good.
But also in pure John Coupland cars tradition, I've bought you something for working on my cars that I think that you'll like.
Is it a kitten again?
It's not a kitten. It's not a kitten.
What's happened here, Gromit?
Oh, don't worry about that.
Is that a cat?
No, it's just where it's lacquer peeling. Right, here we go. So let me just zap the van. It's in the Royal Snail. Off you go. Open it up.
That's why we've got the van here, is it?
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, crikey, blimey, Charlie. That's good, isn't it?
It's the Parkside car creeper and stool. I hope you like that.
By golly gosh.
There you are. A lot of people on the channel have been saying, doesn't Dad have a car creeper? Why doesn't Dad have a car creeper? Or Dad needs a stool for Pistons the podcast. So for I think nearly 40 quid, you've got 2 in 1. And thanks to a very generous donation on the channel, that has been paid for by the good people on YouTube.
Oh, thank you, YouTube people.
Are you getting it out?
Jolly well am.
The car creeper inspector is here. Hello.
Hello, girl. Grandad.
What is that?
Yes. No, it's not edible.
So I thought I would give you that at the start of this video.
Smart, mate.
Lovely, good
I
stuff.
can sit on my stool to mend it.
I've got lin bins and all sorts in there for you as well, so we'll sort that out later on in the day.
Does she ride in the back on this?
No, she sits in the front. Do you drive? My companion.
Yes, one man and his dog.
Right, let's get this car finished.
Yes,
so,
yes.
we've got some Febby Bilstein top mounts to fit. Let's have a look at those. They're there. They are, you know, much of a muchness. They are just strut top mounts. But if you look at the old ones, you'll be able to see why we're replacing them, because, well, they're absolutely no good. This is knackered. So,
No
what
good.
I'm going to do with that, I'm going to just watch your head.
Yeah. Of
Oh,
all
missed.
my years in the motor trade, I've never heard a mechanic say, "Oh, these parts are no good." These are no good. These are no good. No, these are no good. No,
What do they say then?
I can't say it on the internet, but
If you want some Febby Bilstein top mounts, by the way, the part number is 44993. They were £7 each.
where's the springs, Gromit?
The springs are in here. APEC coil springs. But yeah, we're going to have a look, aren't we, and see if they're any different to the others. Because the others were no good.
Plastic vans.
You don't. Yeah, we can reuse them.
Yeah, you can use them.
Let's have a look at them next to each other. Yeah, good, bad. Am I going to do it this time? Oh, missed again.
You're playing silly beggars.
They
We don't want any playing in the garage.
are going in the bin.
The apprentices are messing about.
Oh.
They're not like bananas anyway.
They're not like the others, are they?
Yeah.
Although they are a little bit bent.
A little bit bananas.
They are a little bit bent. So they were £17 each, the coil springs. Managed to get a good deal on them.
Them others was blooming. I'd like to think that these will be better.
They look like they're made of thicker metal unless the coating is thicker.
I think those others have sort of gone blur.
Yeah, and it sort of expanded.
How do I put this? I'm a happier bunny for fitting some new ones anyway.
For the sake of £35,
After what I've...
I think it would be silly to not replace the springs.
You see...
See, they look thinner as well, don't they?
You see, let's have a feel. Boing, boing, boing. Boing, boing.
Not much of a difference?
It's hard to say, isn't it? I suppose an engineer could put some sort of device on it.
Strength.
Yeah, springometer.
Springometer. Well, anyway, the old springs are going to form part of our new podcast set, along with the old shock absorbers and cross arms. And the new ones are going to be fitted to the car.
I have got a plan. It's a two-man job, though.
What are you doing?
Come over here with your tape measure. Let's just try something.
Oh, I see. So you're going to compress them.
If I just...
Yeah.
If you measure to the
base of that.
the base of the weight.
25 centimetres.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. $26 centimetres.
Right.
So not too much, is there?
It's not earth-shattering, is it?
No, it's not as if it's 30 centimetres. Okay. We'll soon find out, won't we? By the way, the grill has been painted. There it is, looking good. Le Grill. Did you give that another blast over?
I'm not messing with leg.
Oh, so it's just as painted, is it?
It'll do.
Might need another coat, you know.
Ooh,
Let's have a look. Might give that another coat. So things we're doing, we've got that in the vise. We've got a piece of wood in there to protect it. We've got the spring compressors here. We're going to put the springs on there.
What we've got to do, if this doesn't work, we've got to get out the contraption.
Oh.
But I'd prefer to do it with this.
Yes. The contraption is a bit over-engineered for smart cars. If you haven't watched the latest Peugeot 406 video, the contraption is a bone of contention for many people. Something you've made to compress your springs. I've heard that you've been recognised recently in town as the legend on the YouTube channel. Tell me about that.
Oh no, it's somebody that knows who I am anyway.
When I went to pick these springs and the top mounts up, the chap in there knew who you were.
Oh, was that Dino?
No, it was Jamie. He says he used to work at Parkinson's doing the radios back in the 90s. He says he used to fix your radios.
Did he now?
On, is it West Street?
Good Lord. That's going back in time.
Yes.
And he recognised me?
He did, he recognised your name.
Oh, damn me. That means I've been in the motor trade too long, isn't it? But West Street's a long time ago. That's where Wix is now.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think to these sort of spring compressors, Peter? Terrible. That's all we had once upon a time, in days gone by, when men were bold. We'll be right. Can't be very exciting watching me winding this back. These are bloody useless. I'm going to get the contraption out in a minute.
Do you want me to hold that?
Yeah. So that bit's got to go on.
Yep. What's that? That's like a bump stop, isn't it?
It is. That bit's got to go on.
Yep, what's that? That's like a plastic collet.
Yeah. That fits inside that bit there to hold that.
Yeah, that's like a, what's that?
That's the thing. The rest
That's
of
a
the
rubber thing. I'm guessing that prevents muck and stuff going in,
when we get
it?
it together, it sticks in there when it's been...
Yeah, that's your top mounty thing. Good.
Right.
So I'll help you hold that.
Good idea. Aha!
Ah, Le Spring. Oh, so you've got to fit it like that.
Looks like it.
Fair enough.
I might let you delete all this jollop and we'll get the contraption out in a minute. Are we ready?
Yep.
Not tightening it.
Show me, Amy. Yep.
Are you alright?
Yeah.
Planning on buggering off yet?
No, 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 no.
There, I'll put this. I'm not too worried if it does bugger off because it's not the toughest spring in the world. Alright.
Right.
Starting to spin round.
Starting to buckle.
Yeah. Let go, I'll have a look at it. Yeah. You're going to have to finish up deleting this thing. Let's start again.
People criticised us on the contraption. Why not use some spring compressors? Maybe we're using them wrong, but they're not very good.
It's not.
Out comes the contraption, which I genuinely think is safer than them.
Here we go.
So this is the contraption. Again, don't necessarily try this at home. Certainly don't build one of these, but it's, in our opinion, safer and better than a couple of spring compressors. Just talk us through how it works. It compresses the spring, right? Good. Good chat. Contraption inspector.
Hello, baby. Linen. Right. Hey, Booty.
The way the contraption works is you've got a piece of angle iron at the bottom. You've got a lot of mounting options in the bottom here where the shock absorber can be mounted. These mole grips are sort of keeping it in place. There's other accessories that can be added, including this, which goes over wider shock absorbers. Then there's a piece of threaded bar in these tubes. This is 20mm. And again, other angle iron that sits on the top. And the spring can't go anywhere here. And then using a couple of spanners, you evenly compress the spring. Something Dad created. See if it does the trick.
Okay, what's that?
Is the spring located at the bottom properly?
It is. Well, it will do when it gets some weight on it.
Yep.
Yeah, off you go.
Yeah. Oops, sorry.
Let me have a go now. Might modify the tool for the second go, but I don't really want to do.
What, as in cut a notch here so you can get your...
Yeah. I don't really want to cut a notch.
No. Because the spring's on now, isn't it?
Yeah, just want to make sure all the threads on.
You don't need to rip through the threads. So undo it now, yeah? Yeah, I know.
It's all right.
It's all good, yeah?
Yeah.
There it is.
We're modifying the tool. Tool is getting modified.
So the tool has been modified so we can get that socket on there nice and safely compressed. How did that go?
Fine, mate. Easy
Went
peasy.
all right, didn't it? Better with the contraption. New top mounts on there. Obviously the bearing is all in there. Shock absorber and the spring. So that is one side all together. Now to do the next one. Excellent. Right.
Bump stop, cone, boot, spring. Can't get it wrong. Look, that don't fit right. Aha.
Put it in the contraption.
Can't beat a good contraption. These seem to be stronger than the old ones.
What, the springs?
Yeah. There seems to be more length to them. I don't know.
That's good news.
There seem to be somehow. Why don't you spanner while I hold it?
Yep.
A long way to go yet though, Grumble.
Aye, no worries. I feel it's starting to be more resistant on this side, so tighten that down a bit.
Looking good.
Don't try this at home.
Perfectly.
Come to our house and do it instead.
Perfectly safe. Stop.
It's there. It's there.
Plug socket. Top tip. It's a plug socket. Give it a bit more crankaroonie, please.
Give it more.
Yeah, good. Go on, keep going. Keep going. Yeah, go on, let's give you some exercise now. Work out.
Good job you modified your tool.
Made it easier, isn't it?
There it is.
Uncrank. The evolution of the contraption. Right, so we need to just tighten that up.
That's the second one back together, and actually that went quite easier than the last one. Now to put them back on the car. You said something interesting when we was out there about them springs. Do you think they're better quality than the other ones?
I think so.
Yeah.
I really do.
Better material, better metal,
How do I?
thicker?
I am not a metallurgist. I am an old grease monkey.
But fingers crossed, it'll be much better. So now to refit the shock absorber.
Tell you what you're going to do soon. You're going to have to put that on your tripod because this is a two-man job.
Oh, let's do that. What do we need to do?
And that will go on the top, mate.
Yep. Just to clarify, this way
This way, you can't get it wrong.
and that way.
You can't get it wrong.
Yep.
Is it in the right place?
No, up you come towards the back of the car. That's perfect. Thank you very much. That's finger tight.
Right, and then that's got to go in that hole there. That fits there. That comes up and it's a stretch bolt. Put your hands underneath there and lift that up a bit, dude.
Ready?
Down a bit. That'll do for now, it's not going to go anywhere.
Yep, let in.
Yeah, that's it.
They've been copper slipped up.
Top below. Nothing's tight. Let's go to the other side.
Yep. Ready?
Down a bit.
If only I had a car crawler, I could have car crawled under here.
Yeah. You'll find out when you've got a car crawler, when you're pulling on something, your crawler buggers off.
No, does it?
Yeah.
Is that no good for you then, the car crawler?
It's just a job, mate. Right, now we're cooking with gas.
That tight?
No, it's snipping up because it's squishing the components, so it's got to be tight. It's not just stop when it gets there. It's squishing stuff.
As you are a smart car aficionado, what is the hub bolt setting, please?
I was sat on the lavatory this morning at 5:30.
Researching it. What is it?
It's 120 Newton meters plus 90 degrees.
There we go. I'm guessing the plus 90 degrees is because it's a stretch bolt.
That's it. New switch bolts required. But on FQ, whatever it is, he says we use them again. And if that's good enough for FQ, whatever his name is, it's good enough for me. Because they seem to know what they're doing. It's a bit tricky sometimes though, because on Evolution, torque for the front hub bolt, it says 120, but it doesn't clarify the fact that you've got to do this as well. It must do somewhere else in the writings, I suppose, but there's a chat.
What is that tool you're using?
It's an angle indicator. Tell me when I'm at 0 grommet.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Just tell me where I
Keep
am.
going. You're about 0. There you are. So that's all together?
Tight.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Just got the top to do.
Good stuff.
The annoying thing is, you can't get your impact tool in there to give it a whiz.
No, it's got to be done by hand. So time to tighten this up. What's this bit called?
Thing, isn't it?
The bit at the top.
Yeah, a bit at the top.
Top mounting.
Tell you what I will do though.
What's that?
Seeing as I'm the next bloke who's probably going to have to take this off, we'll put some grease on it after we've got it all assembled.
Yep.
Some people would rather watch paint dry than somebody tightening a nut with a spanner.
So they're all back together. That is all back together. Shock absorber on there. All tight, new spring. And you can see all up in there, everything is looking good. You will notice that, well, it's a little bit rusty, surface rust, to be honest with you, on this side and on this arm and all here. While I'm here, while I've got it all in a state of sort of disrepair and dislocation, I am going to use some rust protection just to underseal it. I'm using this, which is Tetroseal Waxoil rust proofing. I got it from Halfords. It was 35 quid for 5 litres. The last thing we want to do, however, is get that stuff on the brake discs and the brakes. So we're just masking that up with a bag, and then we'll spray it on. So that's masked off there. I'm going to just wire brush in here, just on this side, just to clean it up, and then spray it on. Right, here we go. Let's spray this stuff on. It is literally just in an air gun attached to a pot. On an airline, we've got a regulator down here. All up in here.
At least this stuff dries, doesn't it?
It does, it dries lovely, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so that's this side all done. Yeah, we've got it all on the plastic, but I'm not worried about that. I'd rather just get it on the metal. It's all under there, all round there. Nice and protected. Dan's doing the other side, let's have a look. Looking good. This side was actually a lot worse than the other. There it goes. So that's done, and actually the disc is nice and clean. I haven't painted the calipers. I need to paint the calipers, but I'm not going to do it today. That will dry lovely, that will. At the moment it looks nice and sticky and gloopy, but it will dry absolutely matte and protect everything. Look at the that bottom arm there. Now that's much better than it was. For the sake of, I don't know, 10 minutes work, that certainly is something that was worth doing. Nice and protected in there. Time to put it back together then. Headlights to go in, that cover to go on, front bumper to go on. And its job's a good one, really.
We're not going to Mablethorpe, are we?
Not today.
Good.
Why do you ask?
Because your mum wants us to bring her some fish and chips back.
I can't be having fish and chips, not at the moment.
No. But you know what your mum's like. You need to sit to and clean this with a great love.
Clean the car?
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs a good old clean.
Like you used to clean your Nissan Micra.
Well, it does need a good old clean, the poor little thing. Talking about poor little things, 2nd of June 2024 is the 40th anniversary show for the Toyota MR2 Mark 1.
Yeah.
That I am planning on attending.
Oh, good man.
Which means, well, I think you know what that means.
They fastened them lights on.
Not yet.
They plugged them in.
Yeah, I'm going to test them in a second.
Yeah, good man. That's a very clever idea.
So they go in there. That goes in there.
Can't fault you.
That goes in there. And that sits on there somehow. So I'll locate that one first.
Yeah, side and dip. That's indicate. Yeah, we've got everything at the moment, dude.
All the lights are working.
Well,
Good news. Amazon Prime.
Is that coming here?
Are you waiting for an Amazon delivery?
Well, somebody's drop shipping to me. Hey?
Oh, so it was your delivery then that's arrived? What you got there?
Some of these.
Some quick grips.
I broke one the other day.
How much were they?
I can't remember. £13 something for the two.
But they were drop shipped?
They were drop shipped, yeah.
So you didn't buy them from Amazon?
I bought them from eBay,
And
but
they've
I
just
checked on Amazon, but there was dearer, and I checked for the cheapest price on Amazon,
Yeah.
and the twin pack of these was dearer than what this dropshipper was charging me. So I reckon they've got their knickers in a twist somewhere.
All right. Good stuff.
Only the light duty ones, look.
Well, they're all right though, aren't they? Yeah. I like them quick grip, Irwin quick grips. Good. Let's put the front bumper on. I'm going to get the carpet down.
Yeah?
Roll out the grey carpet. I'm just going to clean that headlight.
Yeah?
I didn't bring me plastics though.
Again?
No, I forgot.
Again?
Yeah, I forgot again, yeah.
Forgot again?
I did forget again, yes.
Not to worry, eh?
Because Mrs. John Coupland took me to Lidl this morning.
I know. Look, you think yourself got off lightly.
Why's that?
I thought she wanted to take you somewhere else.
She wanted to take me to Meadowhall of all places.
Meadow hell.
Yeah. That's a bit of a trek
Meadow hell.
for a wander round, especially as
You don't need anything.
I don't need, well, yeah. She also wants to go to Costco,
Well, you don't need anything.
which would have seen me buy, I don't know, 17 tons of pistachios or something that I don't need.
You don't need any pistachios. You don't need any stuff.
If I was a squirrel, I could have.
Stuff
Eating
is
pistachios.
bad news.
I tell you what I did see in Lidl today,
What's that, Mel, mate?
in the middle of Lidl, a plasma cutter.
Yes, I see they do them. It's bizarre, really, isn't it? That you can buy a plasma cutter at Lidl.
Would you have any use for a plasma cutter?
I would not. No.
What would you be cutting?
Metal with it.
Plasma.
I don't need a plasma cutter, that is one thing for sure. There's no
Comment
way
down
on-
below. Shall we get Dad a plasma
I don't
cutter?
need a plasma cutter.
You can cut stuff then.
I know, I don't want to cut stuff.
Right.
I'm sure we've got everything on here.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Now then.
hang on 30 seconds.
Yeah. We need to go together, really.
Well, I'm going to just hold this while you put your indicator light on. Your lights are in the right place there, in the right
Funny
place
old thing.
there. That's in there.
Funny old thing. Funny old thing.
Well, there she is. Bumpers on.
Funny old thing. Stupid thing is, it ain't a bad job, really, once that grill's out the way.
The grill.
Yeah, you know what I'm thinking, well mean. The grill.
Not tight.
Got to tell you something today.
Go ahead.
I've noticed since these last 2 mornings I've been biking to the gymnasium on your bike. And I noticed that I'd got this click, click, click when I was pedalling. So I thought, oh, there must be some muck in the chain or something.
Yeah.
So I came home today and I carefully cleaned and all the chain mechanism and what have you.
Yeah.
Then lubricated it and put it all back together nice. And it still went click, click, click.
Yeah.
Do you know what it was?
Go on.
It was the cable that does the front sprocket, the big sprocket changer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was stuck out and it was clicking as every time the pedal went past it.
Oh.
Bums.
Not what you expected.
No. Click, click, click. It's good to get your bike out for a ride.
Right, now put the flags on.
Sails.
Yeah, sails.
You haven't been listening, have you? You've not been listening.
Aerial back on. Make sure it's nice and tight so you can never get it off again in any human's lifetime.
Do not do that, because that's a problem you'll bring to Daddy.
Well, now to put the brand new painted grill on. Don't want to get it mucky.
Hey, check them fog lights.
Let's check the fog lights. Whew, fog lights.
Yeah. We've had that flipping front bumper on and off so many times.
We know what we're doing with that now. So the front end is back on, apart from that grille. Get the grille on, get it jacked up, get it on the deck, get the wheels torqued up, and test drive.
Can I be a pedantic person?
Yes.
Can you just call it torque the wheels up?
Oh, it's not torqued. Torque the wheels up. Chat the wheels up.
Yeah. Sorry to be that person.
No, I'm glad you've told me right.
Because I did spot the bit about the alliums.
The what?
You don't take any note. If you did, because you replied to the bloke. We was talking about, is there any leaks, Dad? No, there's no brassicas of any sort.
Yes, that's
But
true.
They're alliums. So next time you ask me, I shall say there are no alliums. And they'll know we've been listening.
New grille. Le grille. That looks better. Right, the front grille is in and you can see it's looking nice and shiny. Ignore the paintwork because, well, it needs a good old clean, as you can see. Yeah.
She's a bit grubby.
She's a bit grubby. But she's trusty and we'll give her a good old clean when we get home. Right, let's get her on the floor.
Oh, you've got the grill in, Gromit?
Oh, the grill's in, mate.
Ah, cool.
It's won Best Smart Car Grill, Lincolnshire 2024. Are you ready to drop her down?
Nope. I'm rolling up the carpet. Roll up the carpet. Rolling up the carpet. Rolling up the carpet. Do-do-do-do-do.
Here she goes. Touchdown. This is the moment of truth.
Yeah, booger.
Well.
I know the handbrake's on, mate.
Oh, is it? Let me just take the handbrake off.
Yeah, booger.
That's a bit higher.
Oh, you might.
That sits a bit better.
Is it supposed to be as high as that?
Have we
It'll settle.
have we heightened our smart car?
No, it'll settle down a bit. It'll go down if you drive it in and out. It'll go down.
At the beginning of this project, I could barely get my hand between the tyre and the. It will settle down, as Dad says. So look at the other side. That sits a bit better.
Does, doesn't it?
Can't be bad. Well, all those people that said it looked too low at the front might have been right.
They jolly well were.
Handbrake's on, let's torque these wheels up.
Yeah, back
Is the torque wrench setting set?
Yeah, it should be 110 as far as I can see.
Yeah.
You weren't expecting it to be that high, was you, Gromit?
I was not, no. That might sit a bit better.
I think it'll ride better.
I wonder if that knock has gone.
No.
No?
The knock's at the back, I think.
There is a knock at the back. We fitted new rear control arms. And sadly, I don't think...
But that knock disappears. Because you took me for a ride and it wasn't there.
I did.
The knock had gone. Don't worry, Gromit. It's overall the suspension. It'll go down after you've driven it. Trust me.
Let's take it out the garage. Bong. Well, it's actually sat like that at the moment. I can feel that the back is really low. You're going to take it up and down the drive. What are you listening out for, looking out for?
I'm making sure I don't run over the cat.
I very nearly ran over our very elderly cat today, bless her. 20 years old and nearly got ran over by the snail van. Well, you've got a smile on your face.
I feel like I'm looking at the scars.
Yeah, it tilts backwards. What do you reckon to that?
bet it rides a bit different.
Well, let's take it for a test drive. Yeah. Well, there you have it then. New suspension on the front of the Smart 450, purple Smart, and I could probably nearly have a party between the archway now and the tyre. It will settle down, it will, I'm guarantee you of that. But considering I've had the car 7 years and all it needed to sit right was new suspension, why did it take so long? 100 quid it's cost us all in, including the shock absorbers, the springs, the top mounts and the twiddly bits, the sundries. We're going to take the car for a test drive. It sits like that now. We are going to have to do the back, I think. New shock absorbers and springs for the rear. But again, I don't begrudge spending the money on the car. Yes, it needs a clean, but I am going to get there. I'll let you know how it goes in a future video, ride, etc. because I genuinely think that's going to have made the world of difference to this car. And it has always been a bit hard, a bit boingy, a bit, ugh. Did all it need was new shock absorbers and proper springs? Considering we replaced the springs 6 months ago and it didn't do anything, maybe it was those shock absorbers that were no good. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, thumbs up please. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. Loads of stuff to come, including Pistons, the podcast, later on this week. Whatever you're getting up to, wherever you are in the world, thanks for watching. Goodbye. If you've enjoyed this video, I've selected a few more specially for you on this page. Click either side to select them now. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button to always stay up to date with the channel.